we're talking about TV tropes, baby. And the TV trope that we just found out recently. This is not breaking news. This isn't some kind of like, this is something you just never knew before. And it's something that we didn't know until recently, and we were like shocked.
Yes.
Yes. If you've ever heard of the term jumping the shark, you know that usually means a TV show has jumped the shark. Something happens in the 5th or 6th season of a show that is like, oh, they're ridiculous. They've gone off script. They've gone off canon. And usually the reviews and the viewer opinion of that show usually falters. That's when you start to see the show starts to die, is when you jump the shark. But the opposite of jumping the shark is called growing the beard. And it comes from Star Trek The Next Generation.
It sure the heck does. And I was shocked to hear this. Jumping the shark actually comes from Happy Days.
Right.
When Fonzie literally jumped the shark.
Right.
Because and they were like, okay, this is Happy Days. What the bleep is going on?
Right.
It's Happy Days. Why is Fonzie jumping a shark on location somewhere else?
Right.
Right. And that's kind of what happened. They're like, okay, this show's officially the wheels are off.
Yeah. Happy Days invented a lot of weird tropes. Like, I think they were one of the first people to do that. It wasn't termed at the time, but the bottle episode was like them.
Huh.
The bottle, there's a lot of cool TV tropes. But yeah, that moment, and I wasn't alive during that, but I watched it after the fact when I was learning about television production. And I'm like, wait a minute, this show is about like a bunch of friends in the cafe. Happy Days.
Yeah, right.
Why is he jumping a shark? Why are they even at the beach?
Fonzie in shorts. What?
Yeah.
So what's interesting though is about this growing the beard. So I personally never felt this way. When Commander Riker first came out onto the bridge, I did a double take and I'm like, is that William Shatner? Like, I felt like it was almost like a William Shatner thing they were doing.
Right.
Right. And so when he grew the beard, I didn't ever feel like the show got better after he grew the beard. But I can see now, looking back on it, how it was a little rocky the first couple seasons, and then it really found its steam, after he grew his beard.
I don't think that growing the beard was the reason it got better.
No. It just happened to coincide with that event.
Right. Coincidental. And here's the Rotten Tomato scores, right? Season 1, 58%. Season 2, 67%. He grew a beard, 91%, 95%, 89%. Like, okay. All right. Growing the beard. That's cool. All right.
That makes sense. It totally makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I think all the seasons are great. But I do know that something else happens going into season 3 that is different. And that is Jean-Luc Picard. I wouldn't say he softens, but I think you understand him more, and he is a little bit less. There's less of a barrier up with him.
Mm-hmm. More chemistry.
There's a lot more chemistry, so that has a lot to do with it. But you're right. It's that moment where everybody's like, Riker has a beard. I mean, it just doesn't happen in television. A character stays a character generally most of the time, especially back then when they were making stuff. To have someone come and look completely different in the face is something else.
Yeah. Yeah, this article actually, or this TV trope thing, actually, it's almost worthwhile to call this Finding the Beard, because nearly every serial media that persists has some degree of change from its initial variation. But I like growing the beard. It's way better than, because jumping, it's an action, right? Jumping the shark, growing the beard. So at some point, our show is going to grow the beard.
Wait, we've been growing the beard. We have grown the beard.
We've grown the beard.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to shave eventually.
Oh!
And this is what's going to happen.
Inventing a new trope, shaving the beard.
Shaving the beard. When I lose enough weight, I'm going to shave the beard. The beard is a cover for the cheeks.
Oh, you're trying to build your jawline? So
when I keep drinking this stuff and I lose enough weight, I'm going to shave it, and we will have shaved the beard, and hopefully we will then have 1,000 members on our PCU channel. The reason
I grew my beard was because when I'd shaved, I looked like I'm 17.
Ah, okay. Well, see, and I thought maybe that's why Jonathan Frakes did it.
Right.
But the reality is, you know why he shaved his beard?
Or grew his beard?
It grew his beard is because he just has a personal hatred of shaving. And also during the 1988 writer's strike, he had more time between the shows.
Oh.
And so he grew a beard. And apparently it was liked. And that was it.
And he literally made TV history.
Yeah. And, well, and apparently, Berman thought that the beard looked nautical.
Oh.
So they just kind of shaped it and made it decorative, made it, how it's all like cleaned up and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But he thought it would look nautical, which of course we know that Star Trek is really inside of a submarine out in space.
When you told me that a couple of years ago, I was like, oh.
Thanks for watching. To see the full conversation, become a member of the Popcast family. Use the link in the description below or go to our channel and click the join button. Select your tier and we'll see you at the next show.